Hello and welcome to my Keto Kitchen. I'm Victoria. Yes, today we are filming at a different angle because this is the #1 question that I have had in the last 1 year and 5 months that I have been on YouTube. I have been asked over and over and over again to please make chicken and dumplings. So we're going to make your traditional chicken and dumplings. No vegetables, just a nice chicken dumpling soup. So this is actually really simple. There's very few ingredients. The first thing we're going to start with is chicken thighs. Now this is just one family pack because I have a family of 6. This is dinner. This pack came with 8 chicken thighs, so I just used all of them. They're fully defrosted. I have a pot. I have 8 chicken thighs. You can use 6, that's totally fine. Or you can completely cut this recipe in half. That would be really simple. Just cut everything in half. Now, you want your chicken thighs completely defrosted. And the next ingredient that I like to use is chicken broth. Okay, so this is a 48-ounce container of chicken broth. You can also just boil your chicken in water. You don't need to use chicken broth. I like a very rich chicken taste, so I like to boil my chicken in the chicken broth. But this is completely up to you. This is more flavorful. Yes. Perfect. You want it to cover your chicken about 1 to 2 inches high. You can add water, you can use all water. Now this is going to simmer for 1 hour at least. I have to fully cook this chicken, so I'm going to get this to a boil, then I'm going to simmer it for 1 hour with the lid on. Okay, here we go. Now we need to make the actual dumplings. I feel like I need a drum roll somewhere in here. Okay. Step 1, we need 2 cups of either New Standard Keto Flour 2.0 or Einkorn Keto Flour. I'm using my Einkorn Keto Flour. It's my personal favorite. And 2 cups is 168 grams. That's what I have here. That was the first thing we need. Next, we need half of a teaspoon of black pepper. I guess this is optional if you do or do not want pepper in your dumplings. I do, so I use half of a teaspoon. Next, we need 1 teaspoon of salt. And lastly, this is the most important thing. We need about 3/4 of a cup of the broth from the chicken that has boiled, okay? Once it's boiled, and that is what we're gonna use here for the dumplings. So dump that in, take your paddle, put it on your mixer, start slow, and you want the right consistency for a dough ball. I don't want it this dry because I want it to be just a little bit more moist. So here's my dough ball. I am going to put it back in this. So I've already done 3/4 of a cup of the broth, but I'm going to add 2 more tablespoons. Beautiful. It's very important to know what texture you're looking for, to know the absorbency that you need in the finished product, because we're going to add this to boiling water here in a few minutes, and I need it to be adhering to itself very well, and I do not want it overly dry because then it doesn't stay together. It kind of wants to fall apart. Now this is perfect. Okay. Even though this is a very odd looking circle, I'm going to cut this into strips. Let's see. We want them about at least 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick. Something like that. Whatever you like. This is what I like. and I'm cutting them 2 to 3 inches long. Alright, now that we have the dumplings cut into the strips, I am going to top them with flour and then I'm going to press it down. Gently. I don't want to make it re-stick to itself again. Okay, so right here is the pot that I boiled the chicken in. All of this is the chicken broth, the liquid that's left. I took the chicken thighs out and I put them in the refrigerator. They have to cool down and then I have to peel off all of the chicken from the thighs. But right now I'm just working with the liquid that is left. Now to the broth that's left over, I need half of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 cups of my keto milk, and half of a cup of the flour. I want to thicken this soup up a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to whisk this up. You didn't see that. I could drink this. If I were sick, this is exactly what I would ask for. That is the perfect saltiness with black pepper. So perfect. Now, the next step is I have to peel the chicken. Once the chicken is peeled, I will add it to the pot and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is really hot. I have peeled all of the meat off of the chicken thighs. Now I'm going to add it to the soup. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to stir this in really well. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Okay, now I am going to drop the dumplings one at a time into the soup, and I'm going to try and keep them from sticking together, so I might use my spoon a little bit. So here we go. Okay, so I'm just taking the dumpling and laying it in one at a time. And I can kind of see where they are. So I have put all of the dumplings in the soup. Do not stir it. Now I'm going to lift up a beautiful dumpling for you to see. Do you see this? Okay, so I am going to go put this back on the burner and I am going to simmer with the lid on for about 20 minutes and then I will be right back. Okay guys, you have got to see this. 20 minutes simmered with the lid on. The dumplings will hold their shape. They do not fall apart. They also do not stick together. And there is no Vita-Wheat gluten. Look at that. They just slip apart. Here we are. I definitely feel like we need a drum roll here. Okay, so what I've already said, I'm going to say it again. I did not add Vita-Wheat gluten to this recipe. I think Vita-Wheat gluten tastes like dirt. That's why I made my flour. It does not need Vita-Wheat gluten. Look at this. Holds it, if I can hold it. They hold their shape. Oh my goodness. Try this a third time. They hold their shape. They do not stick together. And I know some of you might have questioned, will they fall apart? When you simmer something for 20 minutes, you're really breaking it down. You're making it weak. No, they hold their shape. They stay whole and they look beautiful. Here's my question. Do you eat this with a spoon or a fork? I have to use a spoon to get the juice, yet I want to use a fork to get the chicken, and because I didn't shred them super thin, but I'm going to break the dumpling. I'm going to get some soup, and this thing is on fire. Oh my goodness. This is dinner, so I can't eat it all right now. good home Southern cooking dumplings. I tell you what. Oh my word. I think I could cry. I actually have tears in my eyes. That's so weird. This is just food. Y'all, this could just be the best chicken and dumplings you've ever had in your life, keto or not. But the thought in the back of your mind that this entire pot, to the best of my knowledge, 25 carbs in this soup. Whoa. I've got to stop. It's time. This is for my family. As you can see, it's dark outside. It's dinner time. The soup is rich because of the flour that we put in it. Of course, the chicken's delicious because we boiled it in chicken broth. So I'm telling you, this is a rich, delicious soup. I have to say, this is the best recipe I've ever had or I've ever made. This would be the best. If you love good Southern home cooking, chicken and dumplings, Lord willing, you will not in any way, shape, or form be disappointed. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this is a blessing. If you make it, please let us know what you think about it down in the comments. And if you want, go over to Facebook. Go over to Victoria's Keto Kitchen Facebook group. Make this soup and post pictures of it. Let us know what you think. Let us know what your family thinks. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up. And you all have a blessed day.